Okay, I want to stay on what's going on in Washington. Let's get right to our next guest, Heritage Foundation Senior Legal Fellow, Hans von Spakovsky. Hans, we just heard from Congressman Greg Steube. He sits on House Judiciary and also House Oversight. He is essentially saying because there was no vote in the House basically to launch the House inquiry, that the Democrats are just railroading it through, that the Democrats are now icing out the Republicans from asking questions of any witnesses being brought before this impeachment inquiry. I mean, I don't think the American people would go for that. I mean, that's what critics are saying, right?
Well, yeah, and I think he's got an actual point here. Look, impeachment is a very serious undertaking. Only 2 presidents in American history have been impeached. And if the Democrats don't allow this to be done in a bipartisan manner, a bipartisan investigation, the American people are going to look at this as simply a partisan witch hunt. And that is something, if they want any kind of legitimacy in this, they've got to allow the Republicans to participate.
It's not it just doesn't feel legitimate at all, because under Nixon and Clinton, I correct me if I'm wrong, an inquiry was put to a vote. Now that they didn't put to a vote, they're railroading and icing out the Republicans from even asking questions. I mean, the media critics now, here's what else is going on. They're really blasting Attorney General William Barr, but legal expert Jonathan Turley put a piece in The Hill that says, quote, the media has no reason to blast William Barr for doing his job, claiming it is not uncommon for an attorney general or even a president to ask foreign leaders to assist with ongoing corruption investigations. I mean, he's saying those calls can shortcut bureaucratic red tape. In other words, getting right to it to figure out what's going on. I mean, this is what's bubbling below the surface. Do you feel that DOJ IG probe that's going to be coming out, and also John Durham's probe coming out, does that have the Democrats' hair on fire and they're pushing forward impeachment and railroading the Republicans right now?
I think that's a possibility, because remember, those investigations are trying to find out how and why the counterintelligence operation against President Trump and his campaign got started, because we now know, Bob Mueller concluded, the Russian election collusion claim in essence was a hoax. The Steele dossier was a hoax. So it's important that we understand who started this, what foreign individuals were involved in this, and what American government officials participated in basically propagating false claims against the incoming president. That is something that has got to be done to try to find out who was responsible and to make sure that that kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Hans Spakovsky, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up, big move.